10.9. Figures on the coordinate plane. Essential question. How can you plot polygons on a coordinate plane and find their side lengths? Unlock the problem. The world's largest book is a collection of photographs from the Asian nation Bhutan. A book collector models the rectangular shape of the open book on a coordinate plane. Each unit of the coordinate plane represents 1 foot. The book collector plots the vertices of the triangle at A 9,3, B 2,3, C 2,8, and D 9,8. What are the dimensions of the open book? Plot the vertices and find the dimensions of the rectangle. Step 1. Complete the rectangle on the coordinate plane. Plot points C 2,8 and D 9,8. So we're going to go ahead and do that. A and B are already plotted for us. So C is 2,8. So we need to start at the origin, go over to the right 2, and up 8. Which will be right there. So we have A, B, and C. So we're going to label that there. Now D is 9,8. So we are going to start at the origin again, go over to the right 9 and up 8. Which will be right there. We're going to label that D. Connect the points to form a rectangle. So we are going to make a line to connect all of the vertices. And those are straight lines that follow on the x-axis or the y-axis. So just make them as straight as possible. You guys have a better line to follow than me. Find the length of the rectangle. Find the distance between points A and B. So A is here and B is here. We need to find the units between the two. So A is 9 and B is 2. So the absolute value of 9 is 9. The absolute value of 2 is 2. The y coordinates are the same, so the points lie on a horizontal line. Horizontal. Here. Horizontal. Subtract to find the distance from A to B. So 9 minus 2 is 7 feet. Step 3. Find the width of the rectangle. Find the distance between point C, 2,8, and B, 2,3. The x-coordinates are the same, so the points lie on a blank line. Vertical. Think of the vertical line passing through C and B as a number line. Vertical distance of C from 0 would be the absolute value of 8, which is 8. And the vertical distance of B from 0 is the absolute value of 3, which is 3. Subtract to find the distance from C to B. C is 8. B is 3, so the distance between the two equals 5 feet. So the dimensions of the open book are 7 by 5. Next, you can use properties of quadrilaterals to help you find unknown vertices. The properties can also help you graph quadrilaterals on the coordinate plane. Example, find the unknown vertex and then graph. Three vertices of parallelograms are PQRS are P, 4, 2, Q, 3, -3, and R, -3, -3. Give the coordinates of vertex S and graph the parallelogram. So your first step is to plot the given points on the coordinate graph. So here you need to look back up in your story problem and look for the coordinates that they are already giving you. So let's start with the first one. P is already given to us, 4, 2. We're going to start at the origin. We're going to go to the right 4 because it's positive, and up 2 because it's a positive 2. Positive 4, positive 2. Which is right there. Okay, so that is P. So I'm going to label it there. Q is 3, -3. So this time we're going to start at the origin. We're going to go over to the right 3, and we're going to go down 3 because it's negative for the y coordinate. Go over 3 on the x-axis, down 3 on the y-axis. So I'm going to mark these out. This one is done. P, Q is done. I'm going to label that there. And R is -3, -3. Start at 0, and you're going to go back horizontally to the left, -3 on the x-axis, and down -3 on the y-axis for the y coordinate. Okay, that is R. So I'm going to label that like so. The opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel, they have the same length. Since the length of side RQ is 6 units, the length of side SP is also going to be 6 units. So, step 3, we're going to start at point P and move horizontally 6 units to the left to find the location of the remaining vertex, S. Plot a point at this location. Step 4. Draw the parallelogram. Check that opposite sides are parallel and congruent. So, the coordinates of the vertex S are -2, 2. Number 1, mathematical practice. Explain why vertex S must be to the left of vertex P rather than to the right of vertex P. So I'm right here. I'm going to go ahead and add another page so I can have room to write out the entire answer for you guys. So we're on number 1, attend to precision. Your question was, explain why vertex S must be to the left of vertex P rather than to the right of vertex P. Vertex S must B, to the left of vertex. Oh, I like how they restated part of the question. So that the vertices are in the order P, Q, R, S. Remember, those have to stay in order. PQRS is the name of our figure. Okay, I'll give you a little bit to get that written down. We're now done with number 1. Number 2, describe how you could find the area of parallelogram PQRS in square units. Describe how you could find the area of parallelogram PQRS in square units. Number 2. Base of the parallelogram is 6 units. The height is 5 units. Multiply base times height to get the area. So you would plug in 6 times 5 equals 30 square units. Share and show. The vertices of triangle ABC are A, 1, negative 3, negative 1, 3, B, negative 4, negative 2, and C, 2, negative 2. Graph the triangle and find the length of side BC. So let's go ahead and do that. A is negative 1, 3, so we're going to go back 1, up 3. That's A. B is negative 4, negative 2. We're going to start at the origin and we're going to go to the left, negative 4. So 4 units, and we're going to go down 2 units. That is going to be B. And C is 2, negative 2. Over 2 and down 2. Going to be C. A, B, and C. I'm going to go ahead and connect. Your lines will obviously be straighter than my lines. So, horizontal distance of B from 0. So B from 0. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use my highlighter and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. 0 is here. Okay? B is 4 away from 0. C is 2 away from 0. So the absolute value of -4 is 4. That's where they're getting that number. The absolute value of 2 is 2. The points are in different quadrants, so add to find the distance from B to C. 4 plus 2 equals 6 units. Give the coordinates of the unknown vertex of rectangle JKLM and graph. So M is given in one but not the other. So let's start with number 2. You are given JKL, so we know M comes next. So we know that M will fall to the left of J and K because it has to stay in order. So let's look at the relationship between L and K. L is 2 units away from K. L is 3. So 3, 1. And K is 5, 1. So we know if we are going to make a rectangle, we need to have 2 straight lines on this side. Okay. And the opposite sides are going to be parallel and they're going to be the same length. So the length between J and M need to be 2 units, like between L and K. So we're going to draw a coordinate right there and we're going to label it M. Okay. Let's go ahead and find the missing coordinates. I'm doing extra work for you guys because you don't actually have to find every coordinate. But the coordinate J would have the coordinates 5, because I go over 5, comma, 8, and I go up 8. So let's find the coordinates for M. That's what you need to find. You need to start at, let me erase some of this, it may be helpful. Okay, let's just look at M. To find the coordinates, we're going to start at the origin here. We're going to go over to the right 3 and up 8. So 3, comma, 8. Okay. And now on to number 3. You have K, L, and M, but we need J to come first. So J is going to be on the left side of K because we know it has to be in order. Okay. The relationship here between K and L, they are 1, 2 units away. So K is 2 units directly above L on the y-axis. So we need to come over to M and we need to jump up 1, 2 units and plot a point. Go ahead and connect. In a perfect world, that would be a perfect rectangle. And find my coordinate pair for J. So J is -2, because I start at the origin, go over 2 to the left, so it's negative, and I'm going up. I have no idea why it's doing that. Oh yeah, turn around the phone. So let me erase that. Oh, it just... Disregard that little bit. -2 and 1. -2, 1. Okay, now you guys are going to go ahead and do number 4 and number 5 on your own. Number 4 and number 5 are very similar to our share and show examples. So go ahead and get started. When you're done, have your teacher check and you may move on to online homework.